How's it going, everybody? My name is LuckyBunz. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to breed and hatch eggs faster in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So this is going to be a simple breeding guide to show you guys how to actually get and even hatch Pokemon eggs, because it's a lot different than it was in previous games. For example, if we look back to Pokemon Sword and Shield, we used to have a nursery where you could place 2 Pokemon in, and then after a certain amount of time, you'd be able to get an egg from the nursery lady. Now in this Pokemon game though, you actually breed and get Pokemon eggs by using the picnic feature, which is completely different, and then you get eggs from the basket which are on the floor. So yeah, it's a lot different, and I feel like a lot of players probably don't even realize how to hatch eggs, or even just get eggs, to be honest. I actually completed the entire game before figuring this out, or at least being curious enough, right? But of course, if you want to complete the Pokedex, you will have to hatch a few Pokemon. So the next question I'm sure you guys are probably asking is, how exactly do you breed Pokemon then? So this is quite a loaded question, believe it or not, as the breeding process can be quite extensive if you're going for certain egg moves, hidden abilities, or even certain natures. For the sake of simplicity though, we aren't going to talk about any of that in this video. Instead, I'm just going to cover the easiest way to just hatch and breed eggs with the least amount of effort. So in short, basically you want to have a Ditto, and then you want to have that Ditto breed with your desired Pokemon. Now what works differently about this game though is that when you're using the picnic method with Ditto, Ditto is essentially going to breed with all of your Pokemon, so it's just a giant origami fest. So basically if Ditto's breeding with all these Pokemon at the same time, you're going to have a lot of different Pokemon coming from those eggs, and it's completely random in terms of which species you're going to end up getting. So of course the best way to avoid this is just to put your desired Pokemon in your party along with Ditto, and then the rest can go back into your Pokemon storage. This way you get your desired egg of choice. So now that you've got your breeding partners ready, how long is it going to take before you start to get Pokemon eggs in that basket? So this can actually take quite a long time if you weren't using Sandwich Boost with Egg Power. So we're not going to go into every single detail regarding sandwiches in this video, we're just going to focus on the ones specifically that are going to give you Egg Power. And I also want to mention that the sandwich level ranges from level 1 to level 3, but if you haven't beat the post game already, then you won't be able to get to level 3 sandwiches, as you're going to need to unlock, I believe it's 5-star and 6-star raids, and then you beat them, and then you get these specific herbs to actually make higher level sandwiches. So for now, for this video, we're just going to focus on level 1 since that's pretty much accessible to anybody at any point in the game. So of course, the basic question is, how do you make sandwiches and how do you get the ingredients? So you can pretty much buy all of the ingredients from these various shops in Messagosa. There's 3 main shops to go to, and you can just buy like 1 of each if you really want to, or 10 of each, or however much money you have. Basically for this video, I'm just going to make a jam sandwich, so you really just need jam and strawberries, which is relatively cheap. So just get a few of those, and then you should be able to make a jam sandwich, which is going to give you some egg power. Now if you really don't want to make the sandwich though, that's totally fine. There's actually an easier way to get this boost as well. There are certain food shops in the game that are going to sell you meals, and some of those meals actually contain the egg power boost. For example, I went to the Go for Broke Grill in Messagosa, which is near the center of town, and there was a meal that was offering a level 1 egg power boost. So if you're just going for the egg power boost, you can honestly go with whatever's easier for you. Sandwiches are probably a much cheaper alternative than buying a meal in a shop, but you know, at the end of the day, it's totally up to you. So basically, long story short, before you start breeding, make sure that you get an egg power boost, and then the higher level of that egg power, the better the effects are going to be. Now specifically for the egg power boost, it's going to increase both the breeding and egg hatching speed. So now you've got your egg power boost, you've got your Ditto, which has already created an egg with one of your Pokemon, so go ahead and retrieve them from the basket. Now the basket can hold up to 10 eggs at one time. Now these eggs are going to go directly into your Pokemon party as well as your Pokemon storage. Now from here, you want to have 1 Pokemon with the ability Flame Body or Steam Engine, and then 5 of your eggs in your Pokemon party. So we're going to be taking out Ditto, and we're going to be taking out our other desired Pokemon. Now you may be wondering, well, which Pokemon have Flame Body, and is there one that I can get to really easily? There is. So one of the Pokemon from Sword and Shield, or just Generation 8 I should say, is accessible in this desert. So basically just make your way over to this place. If you haven't been here before, it's going to take you a little bit longer, but hopefully at this point you have unlocked the fast travel location, and you should be able to find these Pokemon pretty much just wandering around. Now again, it doesn't really matter if you have Flame Body or Steam Engine, both of them are going to work fine. Now you might be wondering though, why do you want a Pokemon with Flame Body or Steam Engine? What does this actually do? Well, this actually reduces the time it takes to hatch eggs significantly. So combined with the egg power boost, you're going to be able to hatch eggs extremely fast. So once you've acquired this Pokemon, make sure you put it in the front of your party, and then the eggs are going to be in the other 5 slots. Now from there, just get on your ride Pokemon and just start moving around. You can pretty much just go on a straight path, should be fine. And weirdly enough though, even though you collect the eggs at the same time, each time you hatch one, you're gonna have to ride a little bit further before you hatch the next one. Like, they don't all hatch at once, which kind of sucks. I feel like that would have been a lot nicer and more convenient. But unfortunately, that is the way that it is, and also unfortunately, there is no mass transfer option still in these Pokemon games, so you're gonna have to release them one by one, which can be quite painful when shiny hunting. But that's basically the gist of it, and once again, you know, there's so much that can go into breeding if you want hidden abilities, egg moves, or specific natures, but we can save that discussion for another video. On that note too, I also plan on making another video talking about the Masuda method for shiny hunting eggs, so that's definitely something I think you guys are going to want to stay tuned for. But with that being said, that's basically all I have for you guys in this one. If you want some more tips and tricks, check out these videos right here. But before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all real soon in the next one.